Okay, well, I should probably at least try and see what he's doing today, right? Okay. I've made a terrible mistake. Oh god, what am I subjecting myself to? Hey guys, I'm alive. Okay, so I think some of you probably know where this is going. I'm kind of depressed right now, so I thought maybe I would just I don't know, do something fun. I mean, I'd rather be angry than depressed, you know. I'm gonna preface this video by saying that I don't hate game theory. I kind of hate him, but let me explain. So, I've been watching game theory for a really long time, and oh my gosh, some of his thumbnails even are just so horrible and I hate them. Okay, so my biggest problem with game theory is just, the way he does his theories, just everything about them. And also that he never genders non-binary characters correctly, but we're not going to focus on that today. I don't want to get that mad after all. Basically, I've been wanting to make a video that, took a deep dive into how bad game theory is for a long time, but then I realized I would need to do research, and in order to do research, I have to watch some of his terrible, terrible videos, and I just didn't know if I wanted to subject myself to that. So I figured, let's just take it slow. Let's test the waters, so to speak. Now, I wouldn't even be making this video, obviously, if game theory had gotten better over time, but no, he's gotten so much worse. Oh my gosh, he's gotten so much worse. So I'm just going to start with a video that I know really well. I guess to bump up my credibility a little bit. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Colors was the game that made me a gamer, and to this day, it's one of my biggest comfort games. I know the whole series and its lore really well, and I've played a lot of the games too, and even the games I haven't played, I've seen other people play, or I've seen videos of people playing them. So I like to think I'm pretty well versed on the universe and its characters and whatnot. So that's how I know I'm going to be able to swiftly debunk this video without too much, I don't know, messing around, I guess. So let's just start off easy. Yeah, we'll test the waters. We'll see how it goes. And if I can stomach it, and if you guys like it, I'm going to debunk more game theory videos. Because, let's be honest, he could really use the reality check. And it's funny because I feel like a lot of his videos are actually really good. And it's just that there are so many bad ones. And the bad ones are so bad. Dude, please, I beg of you, I know you need a paycheck, you need those clicks, but please, do a little more research than that. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this intro has been long enough. Let's get into the pain. I will give MatPat credit for one thing, and that's that his intro here is really good. I like it. Hey, quick editor's note. See, MatPat has so many terrible jokes in this video, and I try my best to cut them all out, so, yeah, just deal with that, please. You can watch the original video if you want to know what I'm talking about, but otherwise, I'm going to spare you, if that's okay.
It's a great video, except for one thing. It's wrong.
Why? Wow. I'm not even 2 minutes in and I'm already just saying why. Okay, I shouldn't interrupt. I'm just gonna let him explain himself, and then I get to tear him apart. God, can you shut the f*** up? I hate this! He hasn't even said anything, and I'm already being tortured! This was a bad idea. I shouldn't post this video.
This 17-year-old stands at 64 inches tall. Comparing their heights during this shameless display of interspecies romance shows that our pedophilic porcupine stands at approximately 27/40ths of Elise's height. In other words, 43.2 inches, or 3 foot 7 inches, or about 1.1 meters.
Okay, finally, he says something that I can respond to. So, okay, he basically... Wait, I feel like I need to go back, because I don't know if I missed something.
Their heights...
Wait, how do you know that? Wait, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna do a little bit of something that MatPat doesn't know how to do, and I'm gonna do some research. Basic basic research. Now, I know what he just said about Wikipedia, but Wikipedia, especially the fandom Wikia site, is a lot more accurate than Wikipedia of 2012. Is that what this is? Yeah, 2012. Well, that's interesting. There's no height here. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna give MatPat the benefit of the doubt. Let me see if I can find something specific. Alright, that's from a fan site. I don't think that counts. Okay, I found another source, but it looks just like speculation based on other characters' heights, so I don't think MatPat would have had that back in the day. So from what I can tell, MatPat just pulled this number out of his ass. We have no idea how tall Elise is. It doesn't even say on the modern day wiki site. How could he possibly know how tall she is unless we compared... Yeah, let me just bring this up as an example. And here it is. Height 100 centimeters or 3 feet 3 inches tall. That's how we know how tall he is. And what did MatPat get? Wait, what? That's the end of that clip? He thinks Sonic is 3 feet 7 inches tall? Based on a number he pulled out of his ass, I guess? No, honestly, this is correct. As far as I know, there's even a citation here. It was in Japanese. I'm not sure if I could actually read it. Okay, but there are plenty of sources that say that, trust me. So I think this just proves that MatPat didn't even bother to Google anything before he made this. So, what, you're willing to play what you called the worst game of all time, but you weren't even willing to do a basic Google search? I'm unaware of how that works. Also, can I just point out that MatPat called Sonic a pedophile, despite the fact that Elise is 17 and Sonic is 15. Huh, weird. I've never heard of someone being a pedophile for someone older than them, but go off, I guess. Hang on, how is he going to use these numbers, though? That's gonna be the question of the day here. Oh boy, here we go.
Ah boy, here we go.
So knowing how tall he is, we're able to get a sense of scale of the world around him. Using Sonic as our size reference, we can see that Act 1 of Green Hill Zone is approximately 236 Sonics long, or about 259.6 meters. The world record time for finishing this level is...
Okay, wait. Okay, I hope you guys see a problem here. If you don't, it's okay, I'll wait. You can even go watch this original video if you want. I'll wait. Okay, who am I kidding? Who's gonna actually do that? Okay, so basically what MatPat is doing is he's using what he thinks is Sonic's actual height to figure out how long the track is, and then he used the world record for how fast someone can beat this level to determine how fast Sonic is going? Maybe, that doesn't seem right. Here, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt again and just keep letting it play.
25 seconds, meaning that Sonic would have to be traveling a little over 10 meters per second to finish. To give you some perspective, every second he'd be running the distance from the pitcher's mound to home plate on a slow-pitch softball field. 10 meters a second, pretty fast, but nowhere close to breaking the sound barrier.
Wait, 10 meters a second? Is that the number he pulled? Hang on, I feel like I need perspective on that. Yes, I use miles per hour because I'm a dumb American, okay? 22.3694 miles per hour. So he's right, that's not very fast. Like, we consider that really slow for a car. Okay, so he got this number based on bullshitting Sonic's height and using it to measure how long Green Hill Zone is, and then used... Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys already heard me say this. I don't need to repeat it. You guys are smarter than that. Just remember, guys. No matter how dumb you are, you'll never be as dumb as game theory.
If Sonic truly was... he would finish a course and a half every second.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Okay, this is definitely helping with my depression. Thanks, MatPat, for that, I guess. You're making me angry instead of depressed. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh my gosh. You're saying that Sonic should be able to... Let me just pull something up for you guys real quick so you get a visual. Can I just get like a full picture of it? No, like the original, not from Generations. Although I do love Generations. It's one of my favorite games ever. Okay, but this is a good enough picture to give you an idea. Look at this landscape. Are you seeing this? Look at all those bumps. Look, there's a loop here. Look how many jumps there are. You're telling me that Sonic should be able to complete this in like a fraction of a second because he can run at the speed of sound when there's all of these things that you could potentially run into? Why? What is the purpose? Maybe I didn't even need to go for this video just because I'm familiar with the lore. I could have just picked any random video and I would have been better at this than him. And keep in mind, I suck at math. I'm terrible at this kind of thing. So the fact that I'm doing it better than him should give you pause, if nothing else. Okay, his own video is showing the absurdity of this. Look, look. Look at how fast that's going by. First of all, that wouldn't even be playable, but that's not the point. Look at all those things you can run into. You can even see it in the video. You can see it in his video. How impossible. He was slowed down on a platform above lava, and you want him to beat the game in less than... What is going on here? Okay, I'm missing things he's saying. Let me just go back a little bit. I know, it's torture, but just bear with me here, okay?
The speed run for the entirety of the first Sonic game would be less than a minute long. Even if we assume that he's wearing his Speed Shoe power-up, which triples how fast he can run, Sonic is still less than a 30th of the 340.29 meters per second needed to break the sound barrier. Compare those numbers to Sonic's arch-rival Mario.
Oh my gosh, are you seriously gonna do this?
By combining research from our real versus fake boob episode, where we prove that Peach is 5 foot 10 inches tall.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Oh, and by the way, MatPat isn't allowed to use, like, the fact that this was a long time ago as an excuse. Like, sure, I can find wiki articles that are really accurate today that he didn't have back then, but... You know, he could have found the source. Like, he could have at least tried to find an actual source for what he was saying. And if he couldn't find Sonic's height, then maybe just don't use it. Maybe use something else. You don't just pull shit out of your ass when you don't have an answer. That's not how this works. Okay, I'm getting riled up. I need to focus here for a bit. Okay, there's not a height on her Wikia page, but I bet I could find one if I search this. Unless Princess Peach doesn't have an official height. It says here she's 6 feet tall. What? That doesn't make any sense. Well, then again, this is like Brawl information, right? Like from Smash. I don't think that counts as canon. I mean, maybe it does? I don't think, though. Oh, someone says that she's only 6 feet tall in high heels. Well, her heels aren't that tall, so that still doesn't make a lot of sense. I suppose it is, like, I suppose it is a cartoon, so... I don't know, maybe her height is just exaggerated here, I'm not sure. But regardless, MatPat has the wrong number. And even if he did have the right number, how is he going to verify if it's the right number if he just pulled it out of his ass in the fake boobs video, whatever the
We're able to calculate that un-Super Mario is 4'8". To measure his speed, it's 69 Marios to get to the first warp pipe, meaning the distance is 3,864 inches or 98.1 meters. Minimum time to get there, 5 seconds. That puts Mario running along the ground at nearly 20 meters per second.
Okay, I don't need to repeat myself. But have you ever played Super Mario Brothers? Let me just show you what's going on in his own video, okay? He's showing this footage of someone playing the game, and look how many things there are to run into. How many things are there to run into in the first Super Mario Bros. Game? In the first level? A level that's notorious for people being able to get... Oh my gosh, okay, he's gonna show a side-by-side comparison. Okay, this is gonna be good. Watch, just watch this. Just... Okay, I guess that wasn't a very good shot, but they're not even on the same scale there. Okay, I'm missing things again. Let me just go back.
That's twice the speed of Sonic in his first game.
Okay. I don't need to explain this to you anymore, but let me just do 20 meters per second in miles per hour, just for shits and giggles. That's 44.7387 miles per hour. So still slower than you drive on the freeway, but, definitely faster than anyone's ever run, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, Mario's a fast runner, that is true, but you're not making a very good comparison for this. I'm even willing to believe that Mario can run faster than Sonic. You just need to make a better argument than this. Oh boy, here we go. I love this game, so he better not trash on it too much.
In Sonic Unleashed, there's an actual speed meter that tells you when he's at his maximum velocity. At the start of Skyscraper Scamper, you're at max speed with maximum ring energy. If we're to believe the game developers, this is the fastest Sonic can get. Here's how far he travels in a second. Did you miss it? Here it is again. Notice that he travels the length of one large building. Since this world is called Empire City, it's pretty safe to assume that it's modeled after the Empire State, New York. In fact, I can even call out a very likely candidate for the building in question since I lived 1 block away from it.
Sorry, let me just keep playing that for a second. Oh no. No, 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 no. He has Endless Possibility running in the background. Like a version of it that's like orchestrated. Don't do this to me, MatPat. Don't do this! I love that song. How dare you? How dare you disrespect it like this? Wow, I'm getting really offended.
An average city block above 14th Street in New York is 1/5 of a mile by 1/20th of a mile. If Sonic was running the longer part of that block, he actually would come close to breaking the sound barrier as he would be traveling 321 meters per second. But notice that Sonic here is running along the shorter edge of the building, meaning that at most, he's running 80 meters per second, faster than before, but still less than a 1/4 of the speed of sound.
Okay. So, did you miss it? Okay, I'm not gonna do this again. Listen, okay, so he's just assuming that, like, okay, it is true, I think, that Empire City was based on New York City. So, it's safe to assume that it's meant to be similar. It's kind of like how Aptos is based on Greece, and that's why whenever I look at pictures that were taken in Greece, I just think of Aptos. Or like how Chunnan is based on a place in China. You know, stuff like that. It's sort of based on the real world. But you can't use that for an actual scale. Like, do I have to explain this to you, sir? Like, you found a building that, sure, it looks pretty similar to the building that's actually in the game, but how do you know it's the same building? Like, oh my gosh, like, I can see how maybe you could use this as an approximation to figure out how fast Sonic is going, and sure, let's assume, for the sake of argument, that Sonic can, like, his absolute top speed is 80 meters per second. So that would be 178.955 miles per hour. How fast is the speed of sound? Speed of sound is 700. So still, it is true that it's a lot slower than that. But I just don't understand where his logic is coming from, really. It's like, you even said yourself, you can assume that this is the same building, but you can't really use that for measurement purposes. You don't know if that's the same building. They don't look like exactly the same. I get what you're trying to do, and I get that if a building looks really similar to one that exists in the game, you could maybe assume that it's like... Why am I... Like, okay, I get what he's trying to do, but it's not working, is what I'm trying to say. See, this is why I don't record when I'm depressed, because my brain doesn't work. Or that's one of the reasons anyway.
Sonic has the light shoes that supposedly give Sonic the ability to run at the speed of light. Well, even with generous estimations.
Uses Sonic 06 as an example.
Those moments are actually slower than this one, so the power of those shoes, greatly overrated. But how about when Sonic has all the Chaos Emeralds and turns into not a shameless ripoff of Super Saiyan mode?
Did he really just say that? Ah yes, Dragon Ball Z owns a copyright on the concept of turning gold and being powerful. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Damn, why does he gotta be playing Sonic music in the background the whole time? I mean, I guess it's putting me in a better mood, but like... come on, MatPat. Come on, if you're gonna do that, at least make a good video.
But most embarrassing of all, Sonic isn't even the fastest character in his own games. You know who is? Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Across all his games, try as he might, Sonic can't catch this guy in a foot race. It's the way the game was designed and marketed that made us believe in his top speeds. Don't always believe everything you hear. Do the research yourself and you might be surprised by what you find.
Okay, thank God it's over. Jeez, I can't even... what... Okay... I feel like I already forgot what he said. My brain is melting, sorry. Okay, so he forgot to mention the fact that Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik is a roboticist with an IQ of 300. You think he doesn't have some kind of robotic enhancement that allows him to run faster? What? And why are you assuming that Sonic is able to go at his full top speed there? Why... There's not exactly much room to accelerate in that small space. Okay, well, obviously we know the real reason why Sonic doesn't go at the speed of sound, and it's because if he did, the games would be completely unplayable. You'd be crashing into walls left and right. People already complain that Sonic games are too fast. And honestly, I don't blame them. I like how fast they are, but I understand why people find it so frustrating. So can you imagine if Sonic was just constantly running at the speed of sound? And he even showed footage from the Vsauce 3 video, which is a great video, by the way. And it talked about how Sonic would need to burn, what was it, like 200,000 calories or something? Just to run at the speed of sound for 2 minutes? You think he can do that constantly? His body would explode if he kept doing that. And that's just from air resistance. It's like, the thing is, when you run at the speed of sound, or when you go at the speed of sound, you have to combat air resistance. And especially if you're approaching the speed of sound but not quite reaching it, you're feeling all of that air resistance. Why are you assuming, even besides all of that though, let's just assume that gameplay doesn't matter and we're taking this completely at face value. Why does Sonic need to run at the speed of sound? At any point? Like, just because he can doesn't mean he will. What kind of argument is it when you say, oh, he doesn't run at the speed of sound, therefore he can't? I actually remember a YouTube channel I used to watch a lot back in the day. He did a bunch of game theory debunking videos, and he doesn't want to be known for that anymore, so he stopped doing it, but I want to be known for that. I want to be known as the one who is constantly debunking game theory. That sounds awesome. I don't think I have the blood pressure for that, though, so I don't know. We'll see. Noggin, I believe the channel's called Noggin and Loxton now, but basically he pointed out how Sonic does actually run at the speed of sound in the game universe, just not during gameplay. He does it during cutscenes, where you don't need to worry about gameplay. Not only are the physical capabilities, or the idea of Sonic running at the speed of sound, just the logistics of it are wrong. He forgot to take one important thing into account, and that's that Sonic is a very kind-hearted character. He loves nature, and he cares about people, so of course he's not going to run at the speed of sound or anywhere close to it in a populated city or in a forest where he could potentially destroy things. He doesn't need to go that fast, my dude. That's why in cutscenes, it's obvious that Sonic is able to go faster than his normal running speed in game, just because oh, and also let's not forget the fact that not only does Sonic not even reach the speed of sound or anywhere close to it. I feel like I'm just talking myself in circles at this point. Oh yeah, here it is. Loxton and Noggin, that's it. I recommend these debunked videos by this guy, by the way. They're very good. Anyway, my biggest problem with game theory, I guess, just to close off this video, is that he doesn't really encourage critical thought. That thought at the end there where he says, do your own research, is really ironic considering he doesn't seem to have done any research on his own. And I understand, obviously, this video is old. He didn't have the resources to look all this stuff up back then. But, as I demonstrated, like, not having the right answer isn't an excuse to make up an answer just because you feel like it. There are plenty of other ways he could have proven that Sonic doesn't actually run at the speed of sound in the games. He didn't have to make things up. He didn't have to lie. And that's really all I can assume, is that he's done it so many times. Like, at some point you have to think, okay, is he doing it on purpose? And what it leads to is a culture of people just believing things because game theory said so, because he has such conviction behind his words, and his little, but hey, that's just a theory, isn't enough to overturn the entire rest of the video, which are sometimes really long. Like, you can't just right at the end for 3 seconds be like, oh, but this is just a theory. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's the truth or anything, guys. Whew, now they can't get mad at me. You know what I mean? It's like... Okay, but this video was actually pretty tame compared to some of MatPat's worse offenses. I swear, every time I hear about game theory and MatPat being brought up in normal conversation, it just makes me cringe so hard. I actually knew a guy in high school who had made it his mission to debunk every single one of MatPat's videos. And, I mean, if you're watching this now, Godspeed to you, my friend. It sounds like quite the undertaking considering how many there are now. So obviously I can't debunk game theory as fast as he puts out shit, but I can try. I can at least address things where I can, and I can encourage you guys to be skeptical and actually do your own research. And, like, you don't even have to take my word for it. You can go out searching for this stuff on your own, and I highly encourage that, especially since I grew up in a cult, and I am extremely afraid of falling into another cult, or having someone else fall into a cult because they just believed things without fact-checking. And I want to encourage you guys, don't believe things just because people told you them, okay? Like, I guess you don't have to for things that are, like, video games that you don't even care about, but, like, I don't know. That's my biggest takeaway from this video, I guess, is that MatPat is encouraging the spread of misinformation, and he lies just to make an interesting video, and I don't like that. He doesn't even list any freaking sources. I always thought the game was slowed down so he can understand what's happening. There you go. I didn't even need to make this video. That debunks it right away. Well, now imagine Sonic ran at the speed he was actually intended to have. The game would be unplayable. The games were made in a way that you feel like you're going fast but still have control over the character and can see stuff. If he was literally that speed of light, you tap the button and next thing you know you're face first in a brick wall. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Well, a lot of these comments are pretty recent, so... You know, I guess that's a pretty good indication that people are more skeptical now than they used to be. And especially to anyone who's young out there who might be more impressionable, like if you're like a young kid, like, don't take these things at face value, especially if they seem weird. It's fine to look at a theory like this and go, "Oh my god, that would be insane if that were true." But like, just remember not to just accept things as fact. Yeah? Like, you should be skeptical of everything. Everything that ever possibly comes across your path. Never stop questioning things, because that's how we move forward as a society. It's by questioning things and, like, rewriting them when they're dog shit. Anyway, this video has gone on long enough. I'm sorry for torturing you guys with me. Or you're welcome for this very informative debunking video of a YouTuber that I can't stand. In fact, he's probably the popular YouTuber I hate the most that's not someone obvious like Jake or Logan Paul. I just can't stand him. Okay, well, hopefully now you have a better idea of why I dislike game theory so much. And if you're a fan of MatPat, that's fine. You know, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want you guys to remember to be skeptical and everything, okay? So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully the next one will be, like, me getting back to my regularly scheduled bullshit, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Side note, I think it's funny how you can tell who is a nostalgic fan and who's a Neo fan based on how they say Eggman's name. If they say Robotnik, then they're a nostalgic fan. If they say Eggman, they're a Neo fan.